Well, hello, folks, and welcome back to another Massachusetts Central Radio Show here on a. I'm actually going to prop you guys up a little bit better than that because you guys deserve to see me in all of my. You guys get to see the microphone for the first time and such like that, so I don't have to. So I can prop this up all the way up high so I can talk into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Massachusetts Central Radio Show. I believe it is episode 150. Sorry I haven't been recording for the last couple of days. It's just that, I usually record a bunch of it in a row, and then I usually, if I don't feel like recording and I have to, and, with work and stuff, it gets a little much, so I have to take a couple of days off and have to take a breather. Um, so like in the first 10 days of, so in the first 9 days of 20, uh, I think we recorded, yeah, so in the first uh, 10 days, I think I recorded 9, 10 days of this year. I've recorded about five of these. Sorry, that ratio is horrible, but I'm going to remedy that today, tonight, and tomorrow. So I'm here for another one of these. I hope you guys are enjoyed your weekend, and you guys are getting ready for the week. I'm going to be working on Tuesday at 10, and it's going to be fun because I have a reason to now. I was going all out beforehand, but I now have a reason to go all in right here, right now. So early. Actually, today was actually a very good day. I got up at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Ate some breakfast. Tom said he was going to call me around. Tom texted me around 10:30. I think it was like 11 o'clock, like 10:30, 11ish. I'm like, he was like, hey, do you free to talk today? And I'm like, yeah, call me around two. Call me around two via the cell, and we talked for about an hour. And actually, I was actually talking to two people at once. Actually, so I messaged April at 1:48. Um, at 1:48 um, I messaged her at like 1:45 or something like that. Because he was going to call me at 2, and I was only going to talk to her about 15, 20 minutes via text. So I was talking to him. So I was in the conversation for about an hour or so, and he kind of chimed in, and she kind of chimed in saying she was busy and she hasn't had a lot of time to talk, and that's the reason why we've been acknowledging each other on social media, but we haven't had a solid conversation. Um, I mean, we did wish each other. She did wish me happy birthday, which I'm very thankful for. Good friends do that, and I wished her Happy New Year, and she wished me Happy New Year back, and so sort of. But this is the first time we had a full conversation. Um, and then Megan called me at 4:30 after I got back from my walk half an hour later. When I was half an hour through my half, when I went on my walk at 4 o'clock. When I came back home about 4:25, she called me at 4:30. I called her back at 4:35 because I was talking to my dad, seeing what he was doing, and so in the space of 2.5 hours, I actually talked to all three of my friends, which I'm gonna say right now is kind of which in today's day with all the modern technology we have, I think that's pretty brilliant. So I talked to all three of them in a 2 hour two in a I talked to all of them in a 2.5 hour period. So that's so I talked with Tom for about an hour. So I talked with Tom for about an hour, and well, he called me at 2 o'clock, and that conversation ended at 2 o'clock. That conversation ended at about I'm gonna say uh, like 3:48 or something like that, or 3:48. So almost an hour and 48 minutes, which isn't unheard of. So between us and then Meg, we kind of talked for 58 minutes, and then April, because we're just getting back in the swing of things, we talked for about 35. So told her I was and told her what's going on. I actually have with all that out of the way, I actually have some official news. So as of Thursday, the so today's the 10th, tomorrow's the 11th, Tuesday's the 12th. The 13th is Wednesday. So as of Thursday, January 14th, April was officially out of Target after 4 year after like 4 year after we said we'd both leave after like 4.5 year 3.5 4 years or so, both of us are finally out. And I said, and I was glad to hear that. I'm proud of it. And it means, and technically it's, and I'll have to say it's the kind of the end of an era. Um, it's good while it lasted, and but it got soured in the end. That sort of all that. Um, it Some of the stuff that we went through wasn't all that great. There was some nasty shenanigans happening. I'm not going to go into them now. Now that she's gone, um, I'm actually. I originally wanted to do Target, the bad and the ugly, but since I'm out there now and she's officially gone, and that's an era bygone, um, I'm just gonna sum up that place in. I'm just gonna sum up that place in 2 words. That place was an absolute monstrosity. I don't know what possessed people to do what they did, um, and such like that. But um, you guys can watch my vlogs back in 2016, 2017, 2018. You can go into the each virtual journal, each online virtual journal year, and you can practically see some of the crap that we had to go through and some of the stuff that she had to go through with, I'm going to say, from her wrist breaking all the way to job searches and us getting our house cut and managers fooling around with us. I'm officially, as of right now, making an official decision to put that to rest, because that is done. It is done. It is over with, and it is boiled down. I really did what I did. She and I basically put the kibosh on them, and we did enough damage to them to where I'm actually somewhat satisfied to what happened. They're obviously going to get back up again because they're the miserable socialist, communist, fascist regime that they've always been. So they're just going to get back up, miserable, miserable group of people that just got to live, and they're just going to live um, their miserable lives and stuff like that. And it's all loose and all that other stuff. So I'm not sad in the least that she's leaving. Um, I'm actually happy that both of us have left, and both of us are in better conditions now. We're both in union-based jobs, so we won't get haggled with our hours as much. We won't get hurt. We'll be able to overturn decisions a little bit better, and if there's a problem, which I think she can handle herself now, since all the lessons that I've taught her and her friends have taught her, plus all of our plus life experience itself, plus all the life experiences she dealt with um, in the last 3 years, the rest 3 4 years with me and without me. I think she's grown stronger, and she's definitely sticking to her own pace. Um, and she's definitely, answering when she should. I mean, I did text her saying I missed talking to her, and I think she kind of had to. I think she sat there like, I don't want to leave him in the blue, and that's what a true friend will do. True friends will not talk to each other for a stretch, but they will talk to each other nonetheless, even if it's for 25, 10, 15, 20 minutes, and to have her talk for half an hour and stuff like that. And it's just, I did a lot of the talking, but we did a fair share of talking. Hopefully we can even things back out, and I'm just happy that that she can straighten her mind out and keep developing herself, and that's exactly what I want her to do, because that's exactly what I've done since I've left. I've still had moments where there was moments when I started a Restaurant Depot where I kind of doubted it that I could keep surviving, but transition. But I think the sacrifices and all the growing pains have definitely paid off. And what this does, folks and ladies and gentlemen of the vlog and of the radio show, this officially puts on the end of an era. This personally puts a lot of trouble out of our minds, and hopefully for years to come, it'll keep floating out of our minds. Um, Now and forever, she and I will both now face different challenges and different challenges and different opportunities, and we'll be able to do sky's the limit. And we're just not. We now know we're not anchored to just one complete thing. So, um, and I'm proud of all my friends for doing what they've done. It's keeping strong and making the changes that they've needed to make, and um, it's pretty damn it's pretty damn good. And I said, and when she said it, I was kind of overjoyed. So like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you'll feel good now that you're out. And I told her, I said, hey, and I told her, I said, this is when you can contact me when you're free, when you have a moment. I said, don't blow um, my inbox down, but yeah, it'd be great to hear from you and stuff like that. And I said, and we chatted for a little bit, and then I said, I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you around. So as of Thursday, um, a era and a chapter ends in her life, and a chapter has begun, but a subplot and a subplot in her new chapter has ended. It has also ended in mine. So I no longer have to listen to Target being in my future, because we know officially now that they absolutely and utterly suck as a place to work for. It's good and temporary if you're. I'm just gonna say it's good and temporary if you're trying to earn hours, and it's a nice summer job. But in terms of a long-term career opportunity and choice like that, it is horrible. They just you're there to just do the job. What my advice to anybody who actually works for Target, if that is your last resort, my advice to everybody out there is to be with them as long as you can. And if you somehow are going to school, or you're trying to do it so you can get back on your feet and put some consistency back in your life, after the pandemic has rolled through and blown through here on you, and you can go back to your back to a field that's related to yours. You know, do you can use it for a temporary. Um, you can use it for a temporary job, but I'm just gonna say long term. Maybe if you're there 5, 6, 7 years, like 5, 6, 7 years, or maybe 9 years or 11 years, like April and I were. I would not suggest being with them for 10 years. If you're in school and you're looking to earn a little bit more money to pay for your textbooks, they're definitely good in the short term because they train you in 2 seconds, even though the training is super crap and it's horrible and it sucks sometimes, and they constantly gouge you. But if you can grin and bear it for 2, 3 years or 4 years while you're in school, and to earn money back, or to earn money back after you spend all of it on books and tuition and stuff, right? You know, because I know some people pay their tuition in full. Um, they definitely uh, they definitely give you a bit of a regimen, and it helps you out in your earlier years. But after you've been with them 5, 6, 7, 8 years, that's when everything starts happening. I'm pretty sure all the stuff that we dealt with. Um, I'm pretty sure I was there 5 6 years when all the yeah, I was there 6 7 years by the time the crap started to hit the fan. And I just it's good I moved up to the sales floor when I did. It was a great journey. It was a great journey for her because she started out on the sales floor, and then she went to market, and then eventually I stayed. Well, I was in Carton for many years, and then I did joint sales floor in 2016, 2017. I did some in 2015 when we had a snowstorm or something. So I've did sales floor before that, and then eventually in 2017 I got into market, and then it what really sold it for me, folks, was this one manager, not the one that was harassing April, but um, there was one manager that sat there and basically ruined our friendship, and it was horrible because it was probably the darkest point, and we went our separate ways, even though we did talk. We went our separate ways, and she kind of went her way and I went my way, and then eventually, as fate would have it, something would act up, and something would happen, and eventually we became friends again, and that's the reason why we're friends to this day. Um, it was the reason why I didn't keep out of touch with her, and I stayed coworkers, is because, one, I was trying to be friendly, try to be professional, number one, but it's because if there's anything that I sensed back then, if I sensed, there was one day I can remember actually there was a number of occasions where I talked to this manager. I'm not going to name names because I don't think I really want to shout her name out because she was so horrible. I don't think she deserves to have her name shouted out because I think she was bad as is. Um, in the times I talked with her, with April, and a bunch of other people, if I could sense evil in a person and somebody who really didn't have any hack factor other than just be there and do the work and get and complete their objectives, no care in the world about the people that they guided. Um, this lady was pure evil, and when that happened, I kind of, I kind of put the pieces together, kind of figured out what happened, and before it was too late. Now, obviously, it almost got away from me another time, but um, I almost joined up with said ETL, and I joined up with said ETL and with her stuff, but something in the back of my mind told me that um, something told me in the back of my mind that I shouldn't, and thank God that gut reaction was correct, and um, and I didn't join up with her mannerisms or any of her ideals because I thought they were completely horrible, completely bogus. Because I'm gonna say, halfway through her tenure with us, I could almost tell that she was not of. Um, I could just tell in the year and a half that she was with us. She only lasted a year and a half with us, so I could tell in the year and a half that she was with us, because she was with us from August 2017 um, all the way up to April 2020. No, actually, she was with us up till April of 2019. So it was a month. So it was a year and a half, and that year and a half, oh boy. Um, if I yeah, as I told you, if I could sense pure evil in a person and just a stiff, not so great affect, I just knew right then and then. So, and that's what made me fight back. And eventually, things turned around, and it took me. I think it was after I started getting good again in 2018. I think it took me the last 8 years. It took me the last 8 months of the year to build myself back up, and then eventually start working on getting our friendship back in gear and everything like that. And that fighting and everything, I think April saw that, and I think after that we kind of accepted that we kind of been had, and um, And then eventually there was the pardon my French here, folks. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna be this is not gonna be a child friendly video in any way. But let's just say the real so and so that this other manager learned off of tried to do it to us again. He only lasted a year and a half at the same rate. So to those people who supported she and I over the 4 years that we were there and kept things going for us, amen to everybody, and amen to myself for actually keeping her in the game and keeping myself in the game at some hard times, and curse and curse those who tried to get in the way and hurt us. So, um, but yeah, everybody. I just want to say that an era has ended. I'm official. I think officially. I think as the years roll on, if I wasn't at peace already, more peace already, I'm gonna be. I'm now completely and utterly serene knowing that she's out of there. So on Thursday, well, actually, I feel serene now that she's out on Thursday. But yeah. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys I'll do my regular outro tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in 151 tomorrow. Peace out, and hallelujah. April's out, and an era ends, and a new era begins. So good day, folks.